guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Aurora. I like painting. I'm using a 20 by 16 inch canvas with acrylic paint. If you end up liking the music, it's by Eyed Junco. All of his info is in the description. Also, I'm doing a giveaway, so stick around to the end to learn more about it. So I decided to paint the 12 birds of Christmas. This is part 1 of 2 videos, and I'm just doing the first 6 birds today. I'm still working on the second part, but it should be out by next Monday. I was using a head attachment with a GoPro for the majority of the video, and some of it didn't turn out like the best, but I'll still work with what we got. I thought it would be fun to start working on larger projects with a bit more detail. While the birds are small, they still do take a lot of time. Something I really wanted to do was keep the viewer's eye moving around the canvas. I wanted there to be little details that you could notice and to create something that you can't take in all at once. You have to take time, and I think I accomplished that. If you are curious, all of these birds are native to Michigan, and I thought it would be interesting to make something that was kind of like a little Michigan Christmas, you know? And for those of you wondering, no, I am not leaving the background white. I'm going to fill it in the next video, probably with a light blue or something. Honestly, I just kept it white for now, just so that it would be easier to cover my mistakes that I'm making. I find it hard sometimes to color match, especially when a color is already dried and on the canvas and I need to make something exactly like it. It's just something that acrylic people deal with. Let me know if you guys know the struggle. I'm really glad I started the painting when I did, because a few days after I got all this filming done and I got halfway through, we noticed that an apartment had opened up in our complex, and we thought, what's a better time to move than now? We were moving from a studio apartment to a 1-bedroom, and it was just me and my fiance moving everything, and I had no idea how much stuff could actually fit in a studio apartment. It was a lot. There were many trips up and down the elevator. It took us 3 days to get everything moved out and get the studio cleaned up. Also, I'm really glad we had a dolly, because we had 3 dressers to move, and they were so freaking heavy. Oh my gosh. I was just there for moral support at that point. My fiance was the one with the dolly, and I was just there like coaching him, telling him where to go. One of the dressers was so tall, my fiance could not get it any lower. It was knocking every single light while we were walking down the hallway. Like I said, I was just there for freaking moral support, honestly. Like, there was nothing I could have done to help. The day we finished up, we were so exhausted. We were like, oh, thank God, it's finally over. But later that night, my fiance got a notification on his phone saying that his camera was down in his office. He gets up and says, okay, I gotta go check on it. And I just assume it's maintenance, because that's what it's been every other time. And I'm like, do you really have to go? I'm so tired. I don't want to get up. And he's like, I just have to go check it. So I'm like, okay. So he goes, and then a few minutes later, he calls me and he says, you need to get over here right away. And I'm like, why? What's wrong? And he's like, there's been a flood in the office. It's really bad. You need to get here like now. And so I'm like, oh my God. Okay. I'm like in shock. I don't even know how to respond, you know? So I just get ready as quickly as I can, and I meet him over there. When I showed up there, we were both standing there in shock. A pipe had burst above his monitor and over his synthesizers and was flooding all of the equipment on the table and underneath, and just everything. We were so overwhelmed. It was crazy. What was even worse was it felt like we'd just gotten everything together. His stream was finally up. It took him a month to get it up there. We were thinking of hiring people next year and have our company grow, and now it just felt like it wasn't gonna happen. There was so much stuff we had to get out of there, and everything was still plugged into the wall and interconnected with each other, so it was like you couldn't just, pick stuff up. You had to actually take things apart, and I was so stressed out. I was just standing there like, what do I do? Where do I even start? Luckily, my fiance called his business partner, and he came over right away to help us out, and it was just so much help. Like, it felt like without that help, we would not have been able to get it done. We spent 3 hours taking everything out of that office and moving it into the hallway. And then we realized, oh, there's a storage area upstairs that we rent out. We could just put it up there. So then we had to take everything from the hallway and move it up into storage. It was 1 a.m. and we were finally done. We were all exhausted and devastated, and we decided that the best course of action is to go to Coney Island to get milkshakes. And it honestly was the best. Like, it healed my soul. It honestly did. A part of me was just like, okay, it's over. I felt like I could finally relax after all of that stress. I'm so thankful for my fiance and his attention to the security system, and to our coworker who came and helped us out. Without the both of them, we would have been in way deeper trouble than we were. Luckily, not everything was destroyed by the water damage. My fiance's insurance should cover most of the costs. But overall, that was really scary. I didn't know where everything was gonna go, how we were gonna pay for it, if we were gonna have another room in the building to put all that stuff. We were just so thankful that his laptops were at home and didn't get wrecked. The majority of my fiance's work is all on one hard drive, and it took him years and years to even make all of that for his music. It would have been heartbreaking to lose all of that. The day after the flood, the owner let us know that there was a room that we could use and put all of our office stuff in there, and we're currently working on setting all that stuff up now. So we're just starting fresh and beginning a new chapter. We're excited to keep working and growing our company. That's the end of my story. If you guys want to stick around and watch me finish this painting, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. I'll see you guys in the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the music, it's by Eyed Junco. The song titles and his link will be in the description. I also have an Etsy. I have prints and cards, and I also have the originals. I'm doing a giveaway. So how this is going to work is you guys are going to send in a reference you guys want me to paint. I'm going to pick a winner, and then I'm going to contact them and let them know that they won, and then I'm going to film it, and then post it, and then send it straight to their door. Alright, if you guys want to join, be sure to subscribe, comment, sub, and click on that link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye!